What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another Simply Reliable Studios watch-along presentation as we are here for the first Saturday night's main event of 2026. I am your host, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, but I am not alone. Being joined for the pre-show with me, we have the original Big G. We have Mr. Reliable Walter Cruz. Gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
Doing good. Had a past 2 days, busy work days, merchandising for Coca-Cola because of this impending snowstorm that we're getting up here. So it is good to sit back and watch some wrestling with some good friends of mine.
Right on. Walter, how about you?
I'm doing well. Today's a good day for the Simple Reliable Studios. A good day if you're a fighting and wrestling fan. And I'm ready. I'm ready to. What do you say, Big G? Ready to get the ball rolling. You forgot your phrase, man.
Yeah, let's get this ball rolling.
I was going to say that's exclusive to the review. You know, you can't beat a gimmick to death, Walter.
That's true. Well, you're gonna get a lot of balls rolling if that snow falls the way it looks like it's gonna fall.
I'm sure Walter's glad he got out of there now.
Hell yeah.
But to steal Big G's phrase, let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. Let's go ahead and start running down. It's a 4-match card for Saturday night's main event. Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. What are we thinking about this one? Now, truth be told, I've missed the last couple of weeks of SmackDown because, of course, work wants to work me on Fridays. So,
I mean, obviously, we know that Jacob Fatu and unintentionally cost Cody Rhodes the title back in Berlin, Germany a couple weeks ago. So, I mean, it's a good placement holder for Cody right now. But with the Rumble coming up next week Saturday, holy hell.
yeah.
I'm gonna say Jacob is gonna get the win here, like an upset win over Cody.
Yeah, I'm feeling like if they're gonna do anything with Jacob Fatu, they need to give him a big win here.
Yeah.
Because he had started to slip a little bit before he got injured.
Yeah.
And if you want to reestablish him as a monster, somebody that can be a contender down the road, beating Cody's the way to go. Wouldn't you agree, Walter?
I would agree, but I think they're gonna have Kofi, and I think they're gonna somehow make this some bullshit no contest or double count out, or they get into this big brawl where the match doesn't even have an actual finish. They just like kind of throw it out type of thing.
Where do you think this falls in the show? Because I feel like the number one contendership match needs to be the main event. So do you jerk the curtain with this?
Probably.
Do you put this at the start of the second hour? Where do you put this?
I would open it.
Yeah. I would open with this one. I would open with this match. Then AJ and Shinsuke, and then you have the women's match, the semi-main, and then you have the number one contenders match as the main.
I think they're gonna open it because they want Cody to get his ass on the plane to hurry up to Saudi. They're gonna be like, as soon as he's done with this match.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what? Since you brought that up, do WWE not own a freaking globe? They literally were just in Europe. And then they come back to North America for yesterday and today just to go to Saudi, back across the world for SmackDown and the PLE.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It would have made a little bit more sense to go from Europe to Saudi.
Yeah.
You're already over in that realm of the world. Like, You
So
done
you're
made
just
people take the long-ass flight back to North America just to take that long-ass flight to Saudi. What
Yeah.
the heck are we thinking?
They're gonna all those time zones. You're gonna fatigue the hell out of your roster.
For
Well,
real.
that's why they're getting there early, so they have that. I guess sometimes they get readjusted to the Saudi time, and then you got to go back home and fly back home and get readjusted back stateside. It's like,
For real.
but you know what? I'm sure their bodies are so used to it by now, it doesn't even really bother them.
Probably, but I had to get that out.
No,
So,
I
okay.
get it. I get it.
You said this will probably be second match. I wouldn't be surprised if this jerks the curtain and we get Cody Jacob to start the second hour.
Okay.
Because AJ and Shinsuke, if it's anything like their Wrestle Kingdom match, is going to tear the freaking house down.
Yeah.
I know they had the match at Mania. They were hoping to capitalize on it. It was a dud from everything I hear.
Mm-hmm.
Never went back and rewatched it, so I
No.
can't compare and contrast. But like, I think that's why they're doing this, is to try to make up for that. And it's like, if this match is closer to the Wrestle Kingdom match than the Mania match, this could be match of the night wherever they throw it. So do you want to make this the semi-main? Do you want to have this start the second hour, or do you want to just have this jerk the curtain? You know what I mean? So I'm thinking this could be the curtain jerker here.
I don't know, but I know I'm looking forward to this match. It's one of the most matches out of all of them. And I feel
mean-
like AJ, because he's retiring this year, he said it already. I think he picked this man. Like, I really think deep down he wanted to correct something, or like you said, like the previous match, or he was just like, maybe they went to John Cena around, was like, you who do you want to face or who do you want to do before your last run or something? And he personally picked Shinsuke because this was the most random, out of nowhere, put together match. So I just feel like it was his own doing. Like, he wanted this.
Well, if we're to believe what we see, Cena had a lot of stroke in who he had in his final run. Maybe they're giving AJ the same courtesy, and it's like, who do you want to fight?
Yeah.
So from here, we'll go ahead. We'll talk about the women's tag title match.
It should be a fun match, but I think the champs are retaining here. They have to.
Yeah, I think it's too soon for them to lose. What I'm coming back to is this where Liv turns on Roxanne or Roxanne turns on Liv? Because if there's a lot of people out there that want Liv to win the Rumble. I don't think Liv should win as a heel. She should win as a babyface. If she's going to win as a babyface, have Roxanne turn and kick her out of the Judgment Day here.
Okay.
You know?
I mean, it's a good idea. Like, that's not a bad idea. I mean, I see Liv. I don't know. It's hard because, like, I feel Liv has been far better as a heel than she has been a babyface.
Agreed. But I feel like I'm going to go ahead and remove the graphic here so we can get full shots here. And we'll go ahead and we'll bring the commentary man extraordinaire in to discuss the women's tag title match, since, you know, he loves the state of the women's tag division in WWE. But
you know, I can just go off her right now before we're actually live. Here,
well,
right?
shut the fuck up.
You shut the fuck up.
I'm shutting you up right now. Right now, it's my turn to host. I'll give you command when we turn over to the actual show. But look, here's the thing when it comes to the women's tag title match here. You're talking about Liv as a babyface versus Liv as a heel. And while I agree, so much better as a heel, people want this Dominic Mysterio babyface turn. So the question is where does Liv lie in all this? Does she turn on Dom, staying heel for him to go babyface? Or does Roxanne turn on Liv and Liv and Dom leave the Judgment Day because Dom stays true to his woman? You know, I think that Liv and Dom, as scary as it is for me to say this, and I'm going to go ahead and solo my shot here. I think Liv and Dom have so much better chemistry than Dom and Rhea did. That you want to keep them together. I think that's the key, is what do you do with them?
Yeah.
And that's the key to whether or not you keep Liv as a babyface or a heel.
Yeah.
I hear you, but it seems to be like when it comes to like love stories or love quarrels, they tend to stay away from giving baby faces those. It's always like a heel power couple dynamic. They really haven't done that in a while, where they make two faces be like in a while it's been.
But arguably one of the greatest of all time, Mach and Elizabeth, baby faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still cry when I see them hug it out again at WrestleMania and all that. I can't watch that too much.
And Mach, Dom, had that heel run up until turning babyface and reuniting with his woman. They're both heel right now. Saying.
Yeah.
Last match that we need to talk about here is the main event. Randy Orton, Trick Willie style. The man who put the trick in Trickin' A. Damien Priest, Sami Zayn. Winner becomes number one contender for the WWE Championship at Saudi. I refuse to call it the Undisputed Championship when there's a World Heavyweight Championship. So there's two fucking titles. It's no longer undisputed, goddammit.
It's very much disputed.
I got Sami Zayn taking it here.
Same.
We're in Montreal. We're in his hometown. Let him get the dub in front of his hometown. Then he goes to Saudi, where he's over like Rover because of his religion and his heritage. And maybe he even beats Drew in Saudi.
Good pre-show prep. Instead man's on the screen, JJ. Your time is up. Our time is now. A Saturday Night's Main Event's officially live, folks, from Montreal.
Oh, now Stephanie is on my screen. You're ahead of me, Noah. Calm down.
You better figure your shit out. Anyway, folks, welcome back in once again to Super Reliable Studios. You know what this is. We are once again keeping you in tune to all the professional wrestling action across all the biggest brands. Tonight, we bring you coverage of WWE Saturday Night's Main Event from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Welcome to the discussion, folks. Noah Foster, Walter Cruz, JJ, who bounce will be back momentarily, and the original OBG, Big Baller G himself, OBG1. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. You want to take the conversation, super chat, PayPal, pass, as simple as that. Again, we are in the home of the Montreal Canadiens, of course, part of the National Hockey League. This venue, the Bell Center, of course, played host to the 2009 NHL All-Star Game, and tonight it plays host to Saturday Night's Main Event. It's a frigid temperature across the entire nation. As you can see also up in Canada, where it's -7 degrees Fahrenheit right now of a low and a 22-degree high. Yeah, Big G, about to say, as we wait for JD to get his stuff together here and Stephanie Man bringing us into the festivities. Hope everyone enjoys. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You want to dictate the conversation, super chat, PayPal, patch. It's as simple as that. You heard the card. Again, folks, we have 4 matches on tap for you this 2-hour special. AJ Styles was back one more time with Shinsuke Nakamura. Cody Rhodes sees if he can tame the Samoan Warrior, Fatu in a first-time ever one-on-one encounter. The WWE Women's Tag Team is around the line as Rhea, Ripley, and Io Sky defend the gold against Liv Morgan, Roxanne, Perez. And it all headlines tonight with Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damien Priest, and Sami Zayn looking to go to Saudi Rumble to challenge Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed WWE Championship this coming Saturday from Saudi Arabia in a fatal 4-way number one contenders match. That and so much more ahead as we look towards the first stop on the road to WrestleMania after the night with Saturday Night's Main Event. as now we got our cold opener here. Good to see Nathan, of course, and Matthew in the chat. And let's make sure everyone's got their feeds up here, of course, before we really kick things into high gear. Again, right now, we have a video package showing Damien Priest, Wallane, Gunther, of course, incapacitating Goldberg. That was one of the best moments last year. And all the moments, of course, that last year's Dynamite Main Event brought, including John Cena for the last time.
I'm gonna think I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, but that's fine.
Me too. I just got the #1 contender match thing. They're like going over the card, but
I'm
in
at
the video.
I'm at
I'll figure it
3.
all out. Everyone figure their shit out. That's all that matters. And once JJ gets back on here, he'll let us know where he is, of course, as well. And again, folks, this truly is our pre-ultimate stop on the kickoff. That is the road to WrestleMania. That all starts at the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. And yes, we will be covering it next week, Saturday, so please stay tuned, folks. Also, stay tuned for City Predicting World Rumble, as of course I bring forward the WWE PLE Predictions League for 2026, and NoDQ will also bring their coverage and their Predictions League as well. Stay tuned for more coverage by the GCW and so much more. So go in for the opening pyro. JJ has returned back on screen, and we get ready for opening contest here. It's capacity crowd tonight in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, as this is Saturday night's main event. Gentlemen, are you ready to go tonight?
Let's go.
Bro, Trick can dress. Trick got star written all over him, dude.
And we'll see if he's a one-trick player tonight in Canada, and we'll see if Trick has a fading memory that's left off to be forgotten. And again, capacity crowd here, live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Much to what you all said, this is Sami Zayn's home. Of course, the last time we were in Montreal, Sami Zayn had a big moment. He took on our tribal chief, of course, for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Why Sami made his resolution this year to not only be a better father to his son, but give his son a fighter to be proud of as a world champion. As you also see AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura running it back one last time for the Phenomenal One's career could end 1 week from tonight. As Roxanne, Perez, and Liv Morgan look to regain the gold for the Judgment Day, as the breakout stars last year, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, for Enrico and seized the gold. Speaking of a person that once held the gold, Cody Rhodes looks to get back on his front, but he has to start all the way back from the bottom since there is no rematch. And it starts not getting revenge against the man that cost him the championship. Yeah, I know what I mean. The Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu for the first time ever.
I was telling the fellas, I was looking forward more to AJ versus Shinsuke than a lot of the other matches, believe it or not.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing WWE actually give me somebody under sub 40 that could actually be a main eventer and lead this company and be functional. And Jacob Fatu right now is a man that very much can check all those boxes. Y'all know what I mean. If he beats the former undisputed WWE champion, as we get ready for our first match of the night at Saturday night's main event.
He's got a tall task ahead of him. He just came back and he draws the golden boy pretty much.
QB1, the captain, whatever you want to call it. Are we on the verge of a mutiny tonight or a changing of the guard? Much to what Walter is talking about, Big G. Jacob Fatu, this is his first match since coming back after being assaulted by what we learned was Drew McIntyre, but costing Cody Rhodes the undisputed WWE Championship inside 3 Stages of Hell inside that steel cage. Back in August, by the way, is when he was taken out, folks.
Yes, he was.
Of course, Fatu's emotions got the better of him that night, JJ, where he only had Drew McIntyre in his sights. And Cody Rhodes, of course, said, wasn't for him, you very well could be challenging for the WWE Championship tonight. Almost underplaying the fact that Jacob Fatu should not be in the ring with him unless he was still the champion.
That's fair.
And again, shout out, of course, to Michael Cole and Wade Barrett, WWE correspondents, of course, for Saturday night's main event tonight.
Cody says that, but if Fatu didn't screw Cody, this match wouldn't happen.
And I will say this about Cody Rhodes, considering he's facing Jacob Fatu, a man that we know his very shady past, but of course, he knows what he has. Everyone knows his story, and he doesn't let that define him. There seems to be no intimidation factor when it comes to Cody Rhodes taking on the Samoan werewolf tonight.
Absolutely not.
And shout out to Nathan Banks and Matthew Holwitz there in New York State of Mind. And everybody in the chat again, please subscribe, comment, tell a friend, and stay tuned after Saturday's main event concludes, not only for Aaron Ritt's review on No DQ, so you got a No DQ, but also our weekly moderate conversation of wrestling matters known as the Saturday Shenanigans, moderated by Wrestling JJ Williams, as well as Walter Cruz will bring you coverage of the UFC, courtesy exclusively for the first time on Paramount. All that and so much more tonight, courtesy of the Super Reliable Studios, your one-stop spot for reliable professional wrestling coverage. As we welcome in the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Always gotta have the pyro moment.
It looks a little odd to not see a title around his waist, right?
A man that came back home after finding himself truly to be undeniable and finishing his story to become undisputed after starting what many thought he was only, and that was undesirable.
That little girl.
The man that, of course, lost the WWE Undisputed Championship, much to Walter's point. Kicking off the new year without gold around his waist ahead of the road to WrestleMania, where he looks to go unprecedented 3 times at the Royal Rumble. Only a handful of men have done that since the Royal Rumble's history, JJ.
Well, see if he can make it another time.
Let's go up. I'm home. Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck? Whoa! We're wasting no time for the bell rung. Before this match begins, all gas, no brakes. Turn the key to ignition. Take about 2 on the attack against the American Nightmare.
Told you guys, watch. It's gonna turn into a brawl and a no contest. Didn't I say that?
Well, I mean, we saw them almost come to blows. Oh no! Well,
watch.
There goes the ref.
They're not gonna get order here, and it's just gonna be a straight. The match never happens.
I'm about to say, right now, we got other officials out here trying to restore some law and order. Again, both these men are supposed to be, I would think, next week going to be in the Royal Rumble, and that might change things here tonight if they'll get some control here. Set up and over, and Cody Rhodes right now, going for broke, staying on the attack. Oh, man, got caught on the run of the tope.
They booked themselves into a corner today.
Not the first time we're going to say that, I'm sure. Yeah, but I say Nick Owens might want to come out here and restart the match, maybe with no restrictions at this point. Oh, man, Fatu just wiped out security.
What the hell was that? He usually does a moonsault. He did a freaking somersault after that.
And by the say, to your point, spring up to the top rope, turn your rope! Wiping everybody out.
Think about it. Jacob Fatu's, he's lost so much weight since he's come to the WWE. He's more agile, so I'm sure he can do a lot more.
When he breathes in, you can see his six-pack.
Yeah, almost a werewolf in the wind, as it looks like Jacob Fatu, leaving the American Nightmare down and out, is being escorted out of the building tonight. Oh my God, he's still on the attack. You're going to need the Mounties to separate these 2 men from this assault tonight. They might fight all night.
You guys think this could lead to a dark side of Cody coming out?
Well, Cody Rhodes has said ad nauseum, I will never go heel because you people are the ones that followed me to finish my story, and I fight for you. My heart belongs to you, but in this business, never say never, right?
Exactly.
How many times has a wrestler said one thing and done another, Noah?
And Cody going for broke, wiping Jacob Fatu out over the announce table. Cody in a rage tonight, being unleashed off his own chain. We haven't seen Cody this furious since John Cena first took the title from him.
No.
I'm telling you, this it won't be a match. It's just gonna be brawling.
About to say, Cody Rhodes seeing nothing but red shades of what he saw against Drew McIntyre. Now Jacob Fatu driven up and over into the WWE Universe, and both these men right now are fighting amongst the fans in attendance. Some people are getting a real close-up here of these 2. Oh, there goes a good beer. I'm about to say, even Canadian currency, that probably costs a little bit, I would have to say.
Oh, yeah.
About to say, again, to y'all's point, the match never started. We're still following these 2 men into the WWE Universe, much more for the safety of everyone else versus themselves. Again, I think Cody Rhodes might have also struck a nerve, though, if you think about the interview last night, guys. Talk about how Jacob Fatu, what he really thinks of him, and, of course, bringing up his past and saying that he has no control and he's not going to be a champion at this point. Dropping a trash can to his midsection. It's almost like Cody Rhodes relegated him to a degree of, you've hit the brass ring, you've hit the ceiling, kid. You're not getting any further with these type of actions.
Yeah.
I so knew this was coming.
I think anybody with a blind eye could see that these two men were not going to have a traditional match here tonight.
Well, they might be trying to get them back into the ring.
But manhandling Cody Rhodes. I think they're just trying to literally restore some peace here because we do have more on this card tonight.
Now watch, in the Rumble, something's going to happen. They're going to eliminate each other and be fighting all over Saudi, too. Then neither one of them could win the Rumble. That's how you have the excuse of Cody not winning 3 times in a row.
Cody now literally moving and wiping out security, pie-facing officials here, and still keeping his hands on Jacob Fatu. I mean, hell, who needs a WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match? Just have these two fight, I guess, during it. It's probably going to be longer than that match will be.
JJ's usually on the same wavelength as me. What do you think, right? That's probably what's going to happen in the Rumble, too.
Yep.
The man, a few words right now. He's probably multitasking. JJ, this is the most quiet you've been before your freaking story time here. You might get a story to WrestleMania here. Speak more or right for your piece, bruv. Oh! The spit take to Jacob Fatu.
And he probably took some water or something from a fan and is like, all right.
I'm about to say, at this point, it's just a battle of survival now against these two men until one person can't throw a punch.
You know, it's funny. All the events I've been to, I've never experienced, like, the wrestlers in the crowd.
Oh, I have, I can assure you, and it wasn't at a WWE show. I did when Jeff Hardy made his return and came and attacked Edge. That's when they threw the belt into the water and all that night, that Raw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Apparently, Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu going up higher into the bombs right now, maybe into the common area, driven side first into this building. I mean, we are in a hockey arena, so if a fight's going to break out, this is a place that seems fitting enough for it to happen.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
About to say, oh!
This is worse than Undertaker and Maven.
This is not such damn brawl, but right now, Cody Rhodes is using everything he can and braining security, I kid you not, with a trash can.
Bayarami.
Damn.
Jacob Fatu right now driving Cody Rhodes up against that giant concrete pillar, and right now, Jacob, oh, damn!
In this economy, that was like $40 worth of popcorn he just wasted.
Uranagi eats the extra. You're going to need literally the Montreal Police Department at this point.
Shit, they should go fight out in the -7-degree weather.
I mean, the range that these two men have might be enough heat for them to survive through this bitter cold front.
Neither one of them are Canadian. They're not used to that shit.
Doesn't mean they won't be able to embrace the elements right now, because they are embracing each other happily and furiously here as the fight is still going on here, folks. Let me see that freaking hockey fight this stiff since I don't know when in WWE. Yeah, we've literally completely thrown the match out of the window here. I haven't seen some of this on here since Kaito Kiyomiya and Katsuchika Okada. Nick Aldis right now trying to restore some order here. Absolute disregard for each other's well-being.
I wonder how many of these security guards are future superstars.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's all of them. You probably got some new athletes that were hockey players there in Canada. I mean, again, though, I understand getting revenge. I understand making a point, but the Royal Rumble is next week. Think about what that means versus just tearing each other apart here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Fatu calling Cody Rhodes a punk-ass bitch, if you heard that loud enough on the microphone. How many bodies are up there on that stairwell right now? 6, 10, 25?
I don't know.
And how many of them are actually affected besides Nick Aldis?
Oh. Oh my god.
Jacob Fatu right now. Cody Rhodes standing on the barricade. Jacob
Oh.
Fatu. Oh,
Oh
well, there goes.
oh
The hell was
no.
that?
Oh my god.
And Cody right now and Jacob high above the floor here. Gouging each other's eyes. Someone trying to break in between them. And what the hell? Oh my!
Jamie Noble.
I mean, hey, there's a split second. They work together as a team. And
Oh, son of a monkey.
big headbutt by Cody and Jacob Fatu. And again, oh, wait a minute. Oh, God. Jacob Fatu ripped down through a table. A low blow. Who the fuck is that?
That's Drew. That's Drew. Look at the back. That looks like Drew, at least from behind.
You're right. That is Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion. Taking out two of his biggest rivals, enemies, foes, and challengers towards his gold. Now, hoisting Cody Rhodes. Holy hell!
Oh, we have our night one main event of WrestleMania 42.
Powerbomb through hell, through that table.
Well, wouldn't it be the winner of the Rumble? Well, they get to choose which title they go after, right?
Do you really think that Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu give a fuck all about CM Punk after what just happened?
Nope.
No, but I don't
I
think
rest
either
my
one of them
case.
would win neither one of them would win the Rumble because they can't stand each other. They'll fight out of the arena.
Well, to your point, Cody Rhodes will not get a rematch for that title unless he wins the Royal Rumble. And as of right now, Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu aren't doing anything.
Well, you can loophole that with the Chamber. I think, isn't that what they've been doing, JJ, lately? Whoever wins the Rumble gets one title. Whoever wins
whoever
Chamber
wins.
gets the other.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, but both these men have the same title intentions. There's no denying that. And Drew McIntyre is making sure that neither of these men can pose a threat. But hey, Drew McIntyre stopped the fight dead in its tracks, so I guess there's that.
So he's got to worry about that, and he's got to worry about whoever wins the fatal four-way.
Oh, let's see what Drew has to say.
About to say, Drew
If
McIntyre,
anything.
I mean, last time we saw him at this stage, of course, he lost out on, of course, the WWE Championship. And the previous time we saw him at his main event, he was embarrassed by Cody Rhodes and Obafemi.
Drew look badass, though, right now. They made him look badass doing that to both Jacob and Cody.
What a mess here, though. Start off Saturday's main event, though. Good grief.
Woo.
Two men lying in a
Chaos in
heap.
Canada.
It sounds like a normal day.
Right.
We got a commercial break to restore some law and order. Stay tuned, folks. Fuck television. Well, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a crazy
That's
opening
dumb,
segment.
I told you, asses, that wasn't gonna be an actual match.
Are you writing for WWE now, Walter? Well, like, what the
I
fuck?
mean, Walter and JJ have tried to put their resumes into WWE, and Lord knows they need as much help as they can get, not from AI, to actually come up with something original, creative, and entertaining, and invested and interesting. But what do I know? That being said, folks, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, not happening. Damn. Well,
this wasn't part of a prediction league.
yeah, and speaking of predictions league, again, for those that have been participating, of course, in the current GCW and TNA predictions league, the leaderboard updates, of course, are out now. And again, stay tuned for the first predicting GCW special stream hosted by Regular Wrestling JJ Woods. The GCW continues, and figure those that participate in Genesis as the WPLE predictions league for 2026 will start this upcoming week with the Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Stay tuned for further deals on that in and out of my Superman's brand channel and NoDQ.com. By the way, good to see Matthew and Nicholas Ferrantes and Matt Helms also in the chats. Well, I guess we're going to stop a car and a Formula One vehicle from racing each other until the end of the road. You put a brick wall in front of them named Drew McIntyre. Damn. Well, JJ, thoughts? You've been quiet all night since the friggin' bell went live, bruv.
I kind of expected that like Walter did, but I figured it would happen mid-match. I didn't think that would be the whole quote-unquote match.
You mean the first 20 minutes of the damn show?
Yeah, they had to literally make it last 20 minutes.
So fuck. I was going to call, like, you know, the former MLW versus the WWE champion. I was all set to call that, and all I got was a fucking fight. You didn't need me for that shit. Jesus.
But you did
Look it
so
up.
well, Noah. You did so well commentating the fight.
Yeah, I'm about to say. And look, I'm not Maranello. I'm not a UFC expert. If you want to learn more about Ultimate Fighting Championships, refer to Walter Cruz and his great UFC calls. He gets ready to call that on Paramount. Stay tuned for more on that, folks. Of course, we don't only cover wrestling here. We cover combat sports and other sports. I mentioned hockey. Stay tuned for Stat Boy Mike as he continues covering, of course, Monday night sports action with the likes of Nicholas Ferrantes, Big G, Josh, and others. And why I'm hashtag non-sports for anybody not outside the squared circle. I respect all the content, everyone's takes, and of course what everyone enjoys here in and out of the Simple Liable Studios, whether it's entertaining in the ring or entertaining on the silver screen. Speaking of which, as we got a moment to breathe, if you haven't already, subscribe to Regular Wrestling JJ Williams, who gives you how a song can tell a story versus another song and movie reviews as of late. Speaking of which, JJ, what have you been doing recently and what's coming up? Why don't you go ahead and plug some stuff? Jesus.
Sorry, I'm typing something here.
Something! Damn it, I missed that name. All right, fair enough. I still can't get behind that, just saying. But anyway.
I just had a show go up talking about the Brandy I Want to Be Down remix as far as the music stuff goes.
Okay.
I've got shows coming up next month talking about the Beatles, She's Leaving Home, and For No One, and are those songs connected, telling the same story or not? A bunch of other music stuff coming up, and then movie reviews, of course. I'm going to be taking a look at the Knives Out trilogy next month, which I haven't seen any of.
Okay.
Got The Rip, just went up today, brand new Netflix movie starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
I still need to
I've
watch
got
that.
The Woman in Cabin 10 starring Keira Knightley. The Thursday Murder Club starring Pierce Brosnan, Ben Kingsley, Helen Mirren.
That was good
All
too.
those going up.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. And again, folks, you want to hear more about that, subscribe today to the Regular Wrestling JJ Williams at Cast 18 Studios right here on YouTube, and follow him on the social media, on the X, of course, as we return to action here. Again, we are here for Saturday night's main event from the, of course, Montreal Bell Center, where we just saw a ton of attitude unleashed. Speaking of attitude, get ready for the Attitude Era edition of W2K26, the Monday Night Raw edition. Pre-order now next Friday, January 30th, for all the gamers out there for the wrestling game franchise, courtesy of 2K, as Big G is so giddy, he just can't hide it. He's so excited.
Dude, so freaking awesome.
If I had a PS5, I would actually give a shit.
And if I would think that video games could capture that same magic or the same chaos that reality TV or actually see it on my screen does, I probably would spend $70 on that as well. Speaking of which, you didn't spend $70. You spent whatever you paid on Peacock, folks, to see Jacob Fatu and Cody Rhodes beat the ever-living bejesus out of each other for 20 damn minutes up and down the Bell Center. More action than a freaking hockey game probably has seen recently here with more success. Despite the fact both men were left in defeat after being left in a heap thanks to the current undisputed WWE champion, Drew McIntyre and JJ. This was fucking insane. They fought up and down out to the common area, and the biggest freaking casualties was security.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm sure they enjoyed it. Like getting thrown around by Fatu and Cody Rhodes. They were like, hell yeah.
Yeah, what a way to make a payday, even Canadian style. Good grief.
Yeah.
As McIntyre came out and literally ripped Fatu down from there for a tail, and a low blow to Cody Rhodes left the American Nightmare vulnerable enough for Drew to send Cody straight to hell with a powerbomb through a table. Good Lord. I don't think the man's barely moved since that aftermath either, as Drew's backstage here. So we get a word from Jackie Redmond about this, another Canadian. Explanation. Okay.
Okay.
Statement made. That's exactly what's going to happen to you, courtesy of Drew McIntyre. Well, good luck to the winner of our main event as we finally get back to regular action here. Time for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Good grief.
No, that was me a couple seconds ago what Io was doing.
And of course, Io Sky, currently WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, breakout star last year in WWE JJ, of course, thanks to her tag team partner, Mommy, Rhea Ripley, who gave her an opportunity when she was the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship. And the rest is history, as these two, of course, headlined Evolution last year and have become best buds and are now holding the gold that they took from the Kabuki Warriors.
I like how Io jumped with the boom for Rhea's
boom.
music.
And of course, the one thing that connects these two more than anything, Io Sky still holds singles wins over Mommy Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley is unable to beat Io Sky as of yet, but that is neither here nor there. As again, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, folks, are your current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Of course, Rhea Ripley, no stranger to holding this gold.
Nope.
Now a two-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. Of course, the previous time she held this gold was with Nikki ASH back in 2021. Kind of interesting when you think about it. Rhea Ripley started off last year as the WWE Women's Heavyweight Champion, beating Liv Morgan. Now she starts off this year as the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, getting the better of the Kabuki Warriors alongside Io Sky.
Mm-hmm. Getting a little frisky there, Io.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, she is a little bit crazy. Let's not forget that. Rio, by the way, folks, that's what this team's known as. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are the 36th WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. These titles shake and break up and down history. Currently been champions now, of course, for 20 days. This will be their first defense. And Matthew's saying, let's go, Rio.
So 36 title defense. So title's been around since what, 2019?
Yeah, of course, when they were first minted, actually, was 2019. And of course, the Boston Hug connection, Bayley and Sasha Banks won them in a tag team elimination chamber.
Yep. 20. Gee.
Let alone last year, the titles changed hands 6 times.
Christ.
As the prodigy who is looking to make everybody cry about another change that could happen tonight and telling you to watch her comes alongside Liv Morgan as members of the Judgment Day.
Gee, remember what I was saying at the beginning?
Yeah.
Notice they didn't come out to the Judgment Day music. They each came out to their own individual music.
Their own individual, yeah. Well, granted, the Judgment Day theme song, this one sucks compared to when they did Alter Bridges, the other side.
I'm not disputing that, but I'm just saying.
No, I see what you mean, though. Yeah.
The tag team chemistry, the synergy, is it actually there? Are these two on the same page?
They've been using the Judgment Day theme for a while as the duo, or even when it was Roxanne and Raquel, they still were using the Judgment Day theme. I think this is the first time they've used individual themes.
And much to your point, though, JJ, of course, Roxanne was originally part of this group, and Liv Morgan, of course, was on injury when Roxanne was previously the WWE Women's Tag Team Champion, alongside Raquel Rodriguez, who's made her intentions known. She wants the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Champion. Let's go down to Lilian Garcia for our introductions for our only championship match of the night.
And our actual opening contest.
Right. Keywords, opening contest. Jesus Christ almighty. Lilian Garcia again, forever the voice of WWE announcing after, of course, the great theme.
Somewhat matching gear.
Roxanne, Perez, and of course, Liv Morgan. Previously, of course, Judgment Day. Just call it the Judgment Day. They held the tag gold for a combined 103 days amongst their mishmash reigns last year. And this is the team that everybody's watching this year to see hold the gold or implode. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. It's the second time, by the way, that these two tag teams have met each other underneath this tag team tradition. As far as singles action goes, very little action with Io Sky and Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne has never gotten the better of Mommy in one-on-one action. And as I said earlier, Liv Morgan lost to Rhea Ripley last year at the Netflix era Raw special and lost to Women's Heavyweight Championship. Bell reigns were underway. Whoa! And Io Sky starting out fast out of the gates with a shotgun drum against Liv Morgan. Of course, Io and Liv, they started the Women's Royal Rumble last year as 1 and 2. Oh, and ripped down by her hair. Liv Morgan, who almost gone coast to coast 1 year at the Royal Rumble against Mommy Rhea Ripley and lost at the end. That, of course, led to the Liv Morgan Revenge Tour and injuring Mommy. That, of course, made Liv Morgan WWE Women's Heavyweight Champion the duration of that year. And shout out to Kathy Kelly, actually. That was backstage, excuse me.
Botch.
Kathy Kelly and Jackie Redmond, though, might as well be twins at this point, though. And you would figure with Jackie Redmond because we're in Canada, but I guess she's busy doing other stuff. Seriously, everyone almost looks the same except for these four right now because one's a blonde. Miscommunication there caused by Io Sky, swing and a miss. And, of course, the prodigy Roxanne Perez introduced to the main roster of Raw last year after WrestleMania. Accomplished quite a lot so far in a matter of 8 months. Who last year, of course, was involved in the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, and, of course, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion.
First 2 accomplishments before she even made the main roster.
And, of course, previous NXT Women's Champion, Io Sky, of course, held that title for quite a duration before she lost it to Raquel Rodriguez. And right now, Roxanne just teeing off against Io Sky. Roxanne, of course, has received high praise, working through injuries during the WWE European Tour. And you talk about, again, though, Judgment Day, Incarnation, Synergy, the music, the chemistry. Let's not forget, Rhea Ripley is an original Judgment Day member. If anyone knows how to figure out how this group works or can display a weakness at any time, it's Mommy.
Correct.
Oh! Code breaker! Russian laser combination, inside leg clocked, and a 2 count for Liv Morgan. And JJ talking about the trust here with Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan, of course, talking about another team that didn't trust each other, but not friends. But we saw what that led to when Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair became WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, beating, of course, the Judgment Day. German suplex by Liv Morgan, now holding on to Io Sky, front face lock control, popping the hips. A little bit of a nod out there to Dirty Dom.
And his father, Eddie Guerrero.
I don't think Eddie Guerrero adopted Liv, but I'll just go ahead and let that work. Shining Wizard hooking the far leg and a 2 count. We just saw, of course, Finn Balor come up short against CM Punk for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship this past Monday in, of course, Belfast, Ireland. Take a look at the replay here, by the way, on the Shining Wizard. Boom! Catching her right in the side of the head. And tap made to Roxanne Perez. I gotta consider, though, yes, this is for the Women's Tag Team Championship, but you gotta consider all 4 of these women have to be looking ahead to the Royal Rumble and the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship with the WWE Championship. It's the road to WrestleMania. You don't want to be a supporting player. You want to be the player. You want to be the one on the marquee, or at least the co-star of it. Chance being here for Mommy right now as Roxanne stepping on the Achilles of Io Sky and crushing it. I just got done watching Shayna Baszler do that to Kairi Sane at NXT TakeOver War Games 2018. Critical opportunity here, though, for Io Sky to make the tag, though, as Mommy stands ready, fingertips away, and Roxanne running in with the interception. Denying the tag.
I was going to say, Shayna had a good interview with Chris Van Vliet not too long ago that I saw.
Well, we already talked about it again. Cazador, roll through. Don't stop! Io Sky to Roxanne Perez. Also, a great live interview, of course, with our own Canadians, Chelsea Green, our rightful leader. Critical moment here right now for both sides to make the tag. Crawling towards Roxanne, tag made to Liv, and Io Sky trying to make the tag. And tag made to Mommy! And now Rhea Ripley gets to renew hostilities with Liv Morgan.
Damn.
Again, these two former tag team partners, if you want to believe that once upon a time. Freaking Bat and Cat WrestleMania 38 entrance, let's forget. 3 times they battled over the World Heavyweight Championship at one point, Netflix and SummerSlam included. Again, Rhea Ripley on fire right now. Here's the cover, the hook on the far lane, back press, and a kick out at 2 by Liv Morgan. Of course, the Terror Twins that were excommunicated by the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan played heavy part of it. Now looking for the pump handle, power bomb, the riptide. Liv Morgan able to escape, pushing Rhea off the ropes. Looking for Oblivion or the Code Breaker, catching Liv. And it's on her feet again. Rhea Ripley, one of the most powerful women on the WWE roster. Definitely one of the most statuesque. Now hoisting up Rhea, Liv up on the shoulders. Might be sent for the ride. Able to escape. Tag made to Roxanne Perez. And right now, Roxanne, of course, who first met Mommy when she first arrived on Monday Night Raw. But the road to WrestleMania. Roxanne taking advantage from behind right now. After, of course, we're getting Io Sky versus Stephanie Valkyrie in a one-on-one exhibition. Oh, God, just ran into that boot. Judgment Day, of course, won the chance for these titles, folks, in the Triple Threat No. Contenders match against Bayley and Lyra Valkyria and the former Women's Tag Team Champions, like the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane.
Yeah. And so whoever wins here will be facing Julia and Kiana James for the women's tag team titles next.
Who, of course, outlasted Charlotte Flair next to Bliss and Lash Legend and Nia Jax. And there was a blind tag made as Liv wipes out Io. Now, Roxanne, though, hooked up by Mommy. And what the hell out of the corner with the powerbomb? Oh, the reverse! Hurricane Rana! And Liv with a cold breaker out of the corner. Roxanne wiping out Io. Liv is legal in the cover. Up the front leg. Kick out at 2 by Mommy.
That was a nice code breaker.
A good combination there by the Judgment Day, nearly reclaiming the gold. Take a look at the replay here. Again, great use of gravity there by Roxanne Perez and a great follow-up by Liv to wipe out her code breaker. Roxanne with the awareness without Io. Everything was perfect here except Mommy had much more left to give.
Ooh.
Now Morgan isolated with Rhea looking to send her to Oblivion and Rhea catching Liv on the run in. Now Liv off the second. Go for the deep arm drag. Oh, God! Got clocked by Rhea with that kick. Liv might not even know she's in Canada right now. She might think she's back in America. And right now, Io Sky might be looking to make the tag here as Rhea Ripley has her up. And a Razor's Edge hail. Io Sky top rope mid-style shotgun drop kick. Choose the half to retain the titles. Hook of the leg and Roxanne with the save. Sidestepping Mommy. Little bob and weave right there by the Prodigy, allowing her to hold on to the chance to regain the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Now up and around goes Roxanne. Taking Mommy up and over on her head. And Io Sky spinning up the top rope. Jams the Sky launching as high as the freaking Toronto Sky Needle. And Liv right now does not want to be sitting there in the corner. As I believe Liv and Io are the two legal competitors in this match. And Io following in with a double knees at nothing but turnbuckle. Liv Morgan trying to capitalize. What the hell? Oh! Oh, Io now with a modified crucifix bomb too! Oh! Great innovation there by Liv Morgan. And of course, folks, the Royal Rumble takes place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It will be next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So plan your clocks accordingly, exclusively on ESPN in the United States and Netflix internationally. Now, Io Sky isolated in the Judgment Day corner. Oh, man, a rising knee strike. I almost feel like at this point, Io Sky in Lost Defeat is completely removed from her former family, considering how much the Kabuki Warriors was feuding with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for the better part of 2025. Oh, Shunte! A shout out to Juice and Thunder Liger there, catching Liv out of midair. Roxanne, of course, though, is legal. And Roxanne off the ropes, might be looking for the sunset flip. Io Sky able to escape the attempted pot rocks. Oh, kick to the head. Great reflexive ability here by Io Sky. Now sprinting up to the top rope, possibly looking for that over the moonsault to put an exclamation point on this, but he's nothing but the boots of Roxanne. And Roxanne, we're going to take advantage. Pop rocks cover to new chest. No, Io was able to escape.
Damn it.
I'm staying quiet because I'm a little bit ahead of Noah, so I don't want to like blow it for Noah.
What the hell? JJ thought that was it. That almost got JJ out of his seat. That was a photo finish clutch escape there by Io Sky, by the way, who kicked out. Rhea did not make the save. The tag made, though, by Rhea, who dragged Io to her corner. Now Rhea Ripley, spinning Solva by Roxanne. Got caught, though, and Roxanne. Oh, it's a headbutt. There's no match for that headbutt, that crazy Australian. Now in position, looking to hook her up. Riptide! Tag made, and Io Sky looking for the over the moonsault. Hover.
Oh, shit.
What the fuck just happened?
Raquel just tripped up Rhea, who fell on the referee so that the ref couldn't make the 3 count.
What the hell? Well, the referee just literally got crushed by Mommy.
Yep.
You heard me right, folks. And right now we have no official, and this match continues as Io just down to Raquel. Uh-oh. Got caught. Oh, no.
Christ.
Oh, no.
Oh,
shot bomb on the floor.
there we go.
Again, tell the referee down. This is not going to yield disqualification right now. Anything goes, I guess. But the time's going. What the hell? Uh-oh.
La Primera.
The women's champion, Stephanie Valkyrie, was taken out by Raquel. Twice.
And she's not wearing a boot anymore.
Yeah, about to say, the Dark Angel WWE back on our screens. Oh, that super kick rocking Raquel into the WWE Universe. Of course, Stephanie beat Raquel, defending her title successfully against her and against Nikki Bella in a fall-to-a threat, but clearly these two are far from done with each other.
I'm not sure if calling her the Dark Angel of WWE has good, pretenses. Anybody else here remember Dark Angel's history with WWE?
Mm-hmm.
How Lita broke her neck on the freaking show?
Right now, you might want to worry about the Prodigy. Breaking your heart! Oh!
Roxanne pouting.
2.5. Yeah, I'm about to say, history sometimes, JJ, is best forgotten and should not be repeated, but you almost saw repeated WWE Women's Tag Team Champions right there. And somehow this match is still going. The referee hasn't gained consciousness. And Liv right now is screaming for the tag, and tag made to Liv Morgan, who's looking to make everyone cry about, looking to send you to oblivion! But she's not legal! Oh, Rhea made the blind tag!
Oh my God.
And now Rhea Ripley with Liv Morgan in position, hook for a riptide! Pretzel cover! 1, 2, and Rhea retains the titles!
No, Rhea
That's
literally.
a high stack there. Jesus.
She literally covered all of Liv's body. Just.
That's not a pretzel, that's a flatbread. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. What a chaotic way to finish.
Yeah.
A red hot match, though, here to kick things off officially with in-ring action here at Saturday night's main event, as Rio will define the WWE Women's Tag Division for a little longer, at least through 2026. Again, we followed this over earlier, over the moonsault, but much to JJ's point, Rhea Ripley fell on top of the referee, crushing him. And Raquel was literally about to allow Judgment Day to steal the titles. Here I thought Raquel and Liv and Roxanne weren't on the same page. Very much so there was a game plan. It almost worked. Of course, before the return of La Primera, Champion of Champions, And right now, with a personal vendetta against Raquel Rodriguez, Stephanie Valkyria, who of course won that title against Io Sky at WrestleShalooza. And of course, we saw, to JJ's point, no boot. Her legs are working just fine. She super kicked Raquel to the audience. And then Liv was trying to take advantage, but great awareness by Rhea Ripley. The last blind second with that blind tag. Io was sent to oblivion, while Liv Morgan was lit at the mercy, and there was no mercy, of Mommy's Armageddon. Pretzel cover off a riptide wipeout for Judgment Day tonight at Saturday Night's Main Event. About to say, those two very excited for the first successful defense. Congratulations to Mommy Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, still WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Good Lord.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Noah, look above you.
Yeah, what's up? Oh, and we'll have a moment to breathe. Thank you again to the over 102 of you that are watching along our coverage tonight of Saturday night's main event. And again, it's been a chaotic, rather crazy start. I say crazy in quotations for the night, but again, you all make this possible for the passion to persist and the content to, of course, continue, not to mention everything that we do here, demonstrating our love for all things wrestling. Shout out to the ATW Fem. And again, I hope that you all enjoyed it. So please like, subscribe, comment, tell friends, subscribe to Bad for Wrestling, Bragger Wrestling, JJ Williams, and Rage of Wrestling. And of course, follow the Big Baller Big G on all the social medias, as I'm sure we're in for a phenomenal night. Speaking of phenomenal, the phenomenal one's time might be up a lot sooner than we know it if the Ranger has his way with AJ Styles next week, as we look at one of the greatest rivalries in AJ Styles' career history with the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. The first time, of course, these two met was on the grandest stage in WWE, a WrestleMania 2018, even though they have history going all the way back to 2008 in New Japan Pro Wrestling, started off as a tag bout. This will be their 8th singles encounter alone, though, in WWE. As, of course, the last time we saw Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles collide with each other over gold, it was during that feud when AJ Styles was the WWE champion, of course. We saw, of course, Friday night, though, as Shinsuke Nakamura says, "Are you still phenomenal?" Let's find out one more time. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, running it back tonight at Saturday night's main event. One more time, and possibly for the last time.
So I know you're going to get more in depth into it on Simply Predicting, but since I'm not going to be able to be there, I do want to get a little bit of your thoughts here. Do you think Gunther beats AJ Styles at the Rumble?
Leave it to you to get a freaking teaser of my thoughts and Sleepy Predicting. Again, folks, Sleepy Predicting is the moderated conversation of wrestling predictions that I host for all the biggest shows, special previews across WWE, NXT, AEW, ROH, and TNA, and sometimes New Japan Pro Wrestling, but that's more moderated by Bag for Wrestling, Arcanine and Ash, as well as GCW, moderated by JJ. So I will go ahead and say this. The Lean General and the Phenomenal One are at a crossroads when it comes to what the future holds. Why one's future is right now in a suspended disbelief of a deadline, the other's future is unknown towards what goal line they could be, beyond more than a legend killer versus just being a champion filler. I look at it like this. If AJ Styles wins, it deflates Gunther when it comes to the fact that he just beat the GOAT and made him tap out like a little bitch, according to his words, at Saturday Night's main event. If the Lean General wins, then the Phenomenal's career is one and done. We're 1 month into his final year, and he's done like that. Now, whether or not that is a loophole for WWE versus other places of non-stop action is a whole different conversation. I look at the fact it says career. And AJ Styles, I want to think, being a man of integrity, considering what stopped him before the age of 50. If you're looking at the long-term future of who could be the next person to overcome the Lean General, and it could lead them to possibly promise, like they're trying to experiment with Jey Uso, then you got to have Gunther win. If you are trying to literally remove Gunther from everyone's mind for a duration of time again, because you don't know what to do with him, and you want to give AJ Styles one last crack at a first-time ever matchup against CM Punk, possibly, for the WWE Heavyweight Championship, you got to have AJ win. His special belief got to be that he can win the match. He debuted it. So in short, I look at it like this. AJ needs to win if you want AJ part of WrestleMania. Gunther needs to win if you want him to be more than just a freaking spot monkey at WrestleMania. I'm of two minds, but if you're going to get a prediction of me right now, I got to stick with what WWE needs to do, and that's WWE needs to figure out what the hell they're going to do with Gunther, who's here beyond 2026 like AJ. So hook or by crook, I will say right now, I got Gunther winning.
See, I'm like you. I'm of two minds about this because on the one hand, if AJ loses the Rumble, if he pops up in TNA for the rest of the year, will people bitch because he didn't truly retire? Or will they be happy to see AJ come home and just let it go because his WWE career is over, but he's back in the land of total nonstop action? But I think the WWE has a very interesting opportunity here because Gunther can retire AJ at the Rumble, retire Jericho at Mania, and retire Brock at SummerSlam. And add 3 more careers to the career killer gimmick. The other thing that they could do, since they've totally turned it into a ha-ha anyway and gotten it over, and I don't want to see AJ become a joke character, but you let him become a Grande Americano. And then he loses a match at Survivor Series to Gunther under the mask, and it's revealed it was AJ. Then Gunther technically retires him twice, because at Survivor Series, you can retire the Grande Americano gimmick. And once he's unmasked, it wasn't Chad Gable. It wasn't Ludwig Kaiser. It was AJ Styles. And it's kind of like how there were multiple suicides throughout the years.
Correct. I do understand that reference. Correct.
So it's kind of an interesting thing that they could do there. But, you know, I'm kind of with you at this point. I think Gunther wins. But like you brought up, do you really want AJ to lose his first pay-per-view, PLE, into his final year, you know?
Well, it'll be full circle if he does lose.
I know, because he made the debut at the Rumble, so to go out at the Rumble would make sense, but I don't know. We'll definitely have to see what happens here.
And again, while the action's red hot here, and we wonder if AJ Styles' career will freeze, it is freezing right now in Montreal with the current temperature. Feels like -13 as low as -25 degrees Celsius. Again, folks, that's just a taste of the moderated action you will hear and see courtesy of Simply Predicting, my exclusive predictions forum here at the Simple Man's brand in conjunction with our studios and ODQ. Stay tuned for Simply Predicting for the World Rumble this Friday after SmackDown. It will be live 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and a gaggle of fools Simply Predicting the Royal Rumble, so please stay tuned. As we head back inside for our next match, it's time for phenomenal AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, possibly for the first time ever. Oh, boy.
So AJ had tweeted out earlier today that the ring gear that he was wearing was meant for the Rumble, but he wanted to wear it tonight instead for his match for Nakamura.
Considering that he may not get a chance to compete in the Royal Rumble because we don't know what the match card order is, we might be literally looking at the second to last match of the phenomenal AJ Styles, a man who has literally been at this business total nonstop all over the world. Truly is nothing less but phenomenal. 26 years involved in this business, might I add. Of course, formerly known as Mr. Olympia, we call him Mr. TNA, the house that AJ Styles built the inaugural X Division champion, of course, JJ. Former IWGP heavyweight champion, former PWG champion, and of course, former WWE champion 2 times over. But again, folks, next week, Saturday, it is the Lane General Gunther versus phenomenal AJ Styles 2. And if AJ Styles loses, his career is over and he must retire. And the fact of the matter is, Big G, I feel that AJ Styles was going into doing that because he was the one that asked Gunther for that rematch. And Gunther insisted on saying no. Because Gunther's mind, he has nothing to prove. He beats him. Yes, AJ made him tap out, but the referee's decision is final. So then AJ let his hubris get the better of him, accepting Gunther's offer. This will be AJ Styles' 2,348th match tonight in his illustrious career.
Damn.
I'm glad they went back to this music for Nakamura.
Dude, same here. I'm marking it like.
Okay, this makes me happy. I'm actually in a good mood. This actually makes me happy.
I'm so glad Nakamura went back to being a face because like him being a heel was like nobody liked Nakamura as a heel. He's so much better as a babyface.
It's
I don't know. I really was digging the gimmick. I was feeling the Japanese promos with the subtitles and everything. Like I was feeling it. I just don't feel like WWE was committed to it.
Yeah.
Because he'd do a promo, and then 3 weeks later he'd do another promo, and then 2 weeks later he'd do another promo. It's like, no. You need to stay on top of this shit.
Well, that's the problem, JJ. WWE never stayed on top of Shinsuke and Nakamura, but AJ Styles always knew what Shinsuke Nakamura was capable of. At one point, these two together in the ring one-on-one was a fever dream. The first time they met each other was 2008 when Kurt Angle teamed up with Shinsuke Nakamura to defeat the phenomenal AJ Styles and Hiroshi Tanahashi in the G1 Climax that year. The first time they made each other one-on-one, of course, was the match that set the bar for these two men. Of course, I'm referring to Wrestle Kingdom 10 over the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. First time happening in WWE, though, many people called WrestleMania 34 a farce compared to that. And, of course, the rivalry that came forward when the feud was defined by one thing, a low blow.
Yeah.
And, of course, Shinsuke Nakamura, king of strong style, never won the WWE Championship, but is a former United States Intercontinental and, of course, NXT champion.
Right.
I'm just digging the
You got to wonder how much longer Nakamura's got, you know? He's not as old as AJ, but he's not as young as some of the upstarts in NXT.
45 years of age, to your point, 23 years involved in the game, trained by the likes, of course, of Yuji Nagata and Antonio Inoki. Antonio Inoki, of course, who christened Shinsuke Nakamura, literally the birth of his vision of combining the world of mixed martial arts professional wrestling as the strongest art form of competition back in New Japan when he won the U30 championship. Shinsuke Nakamura, who debuted in WWE, of course, as we know, Big G and RNXT, back at NXT TakeOver Dallas, beating Sami Zayn in his debut match.
Right.
And, of course, going on to win the NXT championship against Samoa Joe at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, too.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to go to some NXT live events. And I think NXT TakeOver in Philly a couple years or not. Oh my God. Yeah. A couple years ago and seeing Nakamura. So, and obviously on SmackDown too, I've seen him. So.
AJ Styles, much to JJ's point, I'll let JJ talk a tell about AJ a little bit here. Maybe he's seen him live. AJ Styles, who debuted at the Royal Rumble in 2016, when, of course, he shared the ring with who became our tribal chief back then, babyface shoved down our throats, Roman Reigns. But, of course, 2016, the cover of the roll-up, he made SmackDown the brand that AJ Styles built, seizing the WWE Championship from Jon Moxley, and having two classics with, of course, the GOAT, John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to talk about seeing him live. Like, I saw him with no barricade. Okay, imagine sitting where green shirt guy is, but there's no barricade in front of you.
Well, good thing they did do Tope Suicidas back then.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're talking about a freaking community center gymnasium. Yeah, they did.
Did a
Jeez.
common a drop kick off the leapfrog. Even then, there was reckless abandonment. AJ Styles, of course, who's been a pioneer to so many other great professional wrestling, including not limited to one Will Ospreay and Kenny by God Omega.
Talking about 21 years ago, Noah.
About to say, it's a great way of putting it. Of course, AJ Styles back then was only 25 years old. Now back in AJ Styles up into the ropes here. And we know that Shinsuke Nakamura has an MMA background. Shout out again to Walter Cruz, who's currently covering the UFC. And Shinsuke, of course, who's just so unorthodox in his style. Launching his Bullet, of course, former leader of the Bullet Club. Shares what happened at Wrestle Kingdom. Shinsuke not eating the Bullet, but asking AJ. And AJ Styles, runs into that knee, drop down, whip for the stomp, sidestep, just dodging that kick. Drop kick! Wiping out Shinsuke Nakamura. I think Nakamura is reminding AJ Styles to show me how phenomenal you are. Very quickly.
Exactly.
Oh! A backbreaker over the knee to Shinsuke Nakamura. And as we, of course, see AJ Styles here for possibly the second to last time ever in his illustrious wrestling career. As again, folks, if AJ loses, he must retire. I want you to put that retire word in quotations, though, when it comes to WWE. But keyword
if
retire.
you look at AJ's side, it says P10 because I think today is exactly 10 years to the date when he actually debuted at the Rumble.
The high elbow by AJ Styles, knocking Shinsuke Nakamura on the bridge of the nose. And AJ right now might be looking to get ready to fly over the top with the plunger.
I like what you did there, getting ready to fly.
And about to say, though, you see how he's grabbing his ribs, though, JJ. You being a former competitor know what it means and how debilitating it is to compete with any sort of bruising or injury to your core. And, of course, AJ Styles, much to our thoughts earlier, guys, can ill afford anything less than being 100% against the ring general Gunther. And sidestep AJ Styles. Got caught with a kick in the head. And now Shinsuke perchinated Styles across the top rope. He does not want to be there. Drives his knee in the midsection. Coming now by Shinsuke, grab the near leg. It's a 2 count. Talk about going full circle again, folks. We'll be double down in Las Vegas this year for the Showcase of the Immortals, WrestleMania, and of course, you will be double playing it Saturday and Sunday, April 18th and April 19th. And we'll be covering, of course, here at the Super Reliable Studios. Of course, the busiest week of the year for the wrestling business and for us and my boys. Stay tuned.
Yeah, this WrestleMania week is going to be even busier for you than last year. Because you're going to have to do the stuff that Walter and I did last year.
Oh, shit.
Because we'll be at some of those shows. We won't be able to be on those calls.
No, if you need me, I'll be there for you.
Just let me know what days I need to put PTO in at least 3 weeks in advance, JJ, because it sounds like you're going to work me the whole week.
I'm off. I'm off starting WrestleMania Saturday up until the following Friday. So.
We'll see, it would be the shows going into Mania that we'd need you for, G. The Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Before Mania.
This is accurate. Brother. And right now, Shinsuke Nakamura looking to give AJ Styles some very bad vibrations. Good for his case, though. He's driving his boot into the front of AJ Styles.
So are you Chandler then there, Big G? Because Noah's got to be Ross.
Yeah, I'm Chandler.
And right now, Shinsuke, was looking for the run in. AJ Styles, though, catching him with an elbow. Both men, I think, connected there. Watch him out with a short-range clothesline.
And then Nick, I guess, would be Joey.
Sliding forearm connect by the phenomenal one. Getting the better Shinsuke in this earlier exchange. Of course, the last time these two faced each other one-on-one was... I believe back in the WWE Intercontinental title tournament in the pandemic. Fujika Roshi over the knee. Covered now by AJ Styles. Hook on the far leg. It's a 2 count. It's one way to rearrange your spine right there. Take a look at the replay here, guys.
I know no wanna.
Pinpoint accuracy between the shoulder blades there. The knee driven into the back of the head and neck of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh.
Now AJ Styles looking maybe for the Styles Clash here, who some have deemed the most dangerous move in professional wrestling. Shin trying to kick his way out of it, though. Overhead kick, excuse me. Doesn't need the clothesline off the ropes. Call it a single drop kick. Now Shinsuke trying to rebuild some momentum here.
Oof.
And Shinsuke Nakamura, of course, last time he held gold in WWE, he's a former United States champion back in 2025 when he was the Dark Shinobi. After, of course, he beat LA Knight initially for that run with the title.
Yeah.
Styles dropped right now. And Styles right now, grabbing the leg. Oh, you gotta be wearing the right.
Ooh.
The most dangerous weapon of Shinsuke Nakamura
Ooh.
is his legs, is his striking. Now following in, sidestepping AJ, kick to the back of the head again. In position now for the sliding German. Oof. Right now, Shinsuke Nakamura has been one step ahead of AJ. I almost wonder, is he maybe having a little bit of like buyer's remorse? Second guessing the fact that his career could end 1 week from tonight. Flat out of the corner with the knee, the cover, back press, but near leg. AJ gets the short before the 3. How much is Gunther right now playing the mind of AJ Styles during this match, guys? You don't think at all that's not creeping into his thoughts?
Oh, I'm
Probably
sure.
a little bit.
Almost for like relaxed cover there, though, by Shinsuke Nakamura, as if he knows AJ could still bring more. How phenomenal can AJ be tonight? Saturday night's main event, as Shinsuke might be looking for the, was looking for the Kinshasa, and AJ, great scouting, travel leg, dragon screw leg whip. Shout out to one of Shinsuke Nakamura's greatest friends and rivals, the now retired ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Of course, that will literally rip apart the 3 ligaments in your leg. And AJ Styles right now traveling the leg into the calf crusher. Calf crusher acquired, locked in. Of course, we also saw Shinsuke Nakamura a couple of weeks challenge Carmelo Hayes for the WWE United States Championship, Big G.
Yep.
Able to find his way to the ropes, though, and force the break. As Nakamura makes it to the bottom rope and crawls his way to the apron. Of course, you can't get pinned or submitted outside there, but still very dangerous territory. Oh! Again, Shinsuke Nakamura can strike you from anywhere. And it all hurts really bad. Uh-oh. The dragon screw leg whip over the second rope. You heard Shinsuke Nakamura just literally scream out in agony. Modified dragon screw again. AJ Styles focuses his attack on that left leg of Shinsuke Nakamura. And immediately going back after it to the calf crusher. It's almost like AJ Styles, does he want a statement win? Submitting the king of strong style. Sending a
I think
message.
so. Look at that. He's putting all his force.
Wrenching it back.
Yeah, about to say, your leg's not supposed to bend that way, nor your ankle.
Oh, my God.
The calf crusher, high ankle position here right now. Of course, the more pressure AJ Styles applies, the more chance, though, that Shinsuke could try and roll on his side to escape this hold. He's also pushing him closer to the ropes. But Shinsuke has been in this for quite a while now. Now AJ modifying his position. More on the heel versus the toes. I don't know how much longer Shinsuke Nakamura can hold out in this move, though. Again, at the end of the day, you might be competing against your friend, but this is still in-ring competition. This is the new year. This is literally the preliminaries before the road to WrestleMania begins. You could ill afford a loss here, let alone an injury.
Yeah.
You got to imagine Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be involved in the Royal Rumble. And Shinsuke Nakamura, of course, who talked about his past with Tama Tonga, now turning his body to a different side of the ring, trying to find the ropes. AJ, though, grabbing it, bringing it back towards center. Great awareness, a phenomenal one. But Shinsuke looking for the Juju Katami, cross arm breaker. AJ Styles grabbing the wrist, though, preventing the extension. AJ blocking also on his side, preventing his body being flat on the mat. So the shoulders can't be counted down. Shinsuke trying to break the grip, though, trying to hyperextend that arm here. Bit of a grappling affair right now. The grip slipped right now, and AJ Styles trying to hold on by everything he can. Now turning into a triangle. And And Nakamura right now trying to incapacitate AJ Styles. Elbows to the side of the head. AJ Styles might be going out here. Triangle choke apply, referee in position. You hear the official right now asking AJ, does he want to quit? Can he still respond? Can he continue? Now hoisting up Shinsuke Nakamura. Can he step over? Didn't quite get it. Another high kick by Shinsuke. Oh, and a kick to the hamstring by AJ. Oh, man, it ran into that knee.
Holy shit.
Lights out for Shinsuke Nakamura, sliding legitimately into AJ Styles' knee. Look at this. That was right.
Good thing Nakamura was wearing a mouth guard. Otherwise, he would have probably lost a couple of teeth with that one.
And, of course, the mouth guard helps prevent a knockout. Nakamura, though, laid out flat in the middle of the ring here on Saturday night's main event, where we might be seeing AJ Styles compete here for the last time. And Styles dragging himself, and I do mean dragging himself back towards center, hobbling a little bit. I'd be a little bit disoriented from all those kicks. Now grabbing Shinsuke Nakamura. A big elbow. And Shinsuke answering in kind here. Might get a battle of strong spirits here tonight between two former IWGP champions. The big right block by AJ. AJ Styles with a phenomenal blitz. Went for the back fist. AJ with the back elbow. Parallel kick connects. Kinshasa! Back of the neck, but Shinsuke unable to capitalize.
All the damage of that calf crusher.
Mm-hmm.
And near the back of the head of AJ Styles, though, literally double effect there. You think about the impact of the back of the head and the whiplash effect of AJ Styles hitting the mat. Crowd chant, this is awesome. And AJ Styles might be one Kinshasa away from being done tonight. Saturday night's main event. Looking for the killing blow. Shinsuke Nakamura in the corner. Looking for, oh no, and the leg gave out. And Styles with his own Kinshasa. Covered now by Styles in the front leg, back press and kick at. Oh, grab the rope. Woof. Again, you saw Shinsuke immediately fall to his knees, and AJ, bam! Exploded into his own Kinshasa, nearly got the 3 count with Shinsuke's own move. Capacity crowd on can here in the Montreal Bell Center night for Saturday night's main event. This has been a phenomenal revisit of an incredible Wrestle Kingdom encounter. What a battle's been so far. And backswing miss. AJ hoisting up Shinsuke. Argentine backbreaker position. Spin out. Oh! Covering out. Stacks him up with a single leg. 2 count. Only off the modified Blue Thunder Bomb of sorts. AJ Styles digging deep in the rubber truck here tonight. Being really tested against Shinsuke Nakamura. It also goes to show that AJ knows he's going to have to do something far more than what we know he's capable of if he's going to beat the Ring General next Saturday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And right now, hoisted up. She's going to come over with the waist slap. AJ Styles in the corner, looking for the Econo roll. AJ holds on, though. Shinsuke falls in, grabs the boots, turns AJ sideways again, possibly looking for that sliding German. AJ holding on to the ropes this time. And that might have done more damage to Shinsuke Nakamura that time. Another sliding knee connects by Shinsuke out on the floor. Now, if Shinsuke will settle for a count out here, though, folks. Although Shinsuke right now might be dead weight. Of course, the WWE history of these two, WrestleMania 34, AJ Styles defended the WWE Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura successfully. A low blow led to another match, the greatest Royal Rumble, double low blow, double count out in the ring. Backlash, no contest, finishing match, last man standing at Money in the Bank. AJ Styles won. Nakamura, though, with AJ up on the shoulders. The driver, the cover, 2, no! Damn.
Yeah, this match is putting the WrestleMania 34 match to shame.
Actually up there right now with Wrestle Kingdom when it comes to the spirit of competition here. Both men digging deep. I have not seen Shinsuke Nakamura use that move in a while. Landslide. Styles, though, expending a lot of energy here tonight again with the battle with the Ninja Goofer waiting for him 1 week from tonight. And the full Nelson applied by Shinsuke. What's he looking for here? Now transitioning into the waist lock. He possibly looking for maybe a straight jacket German. Ooh, big elbow though, side of the head. And AJ. Oh, coming Sling Blade. I don't know how much of they got though. Modified Sling Blade of sorts. Now Shinsuke grabbing AJ Styles, possibly looking for that big exploder. AJ though finding back elbows to the point of the head and neck. Oh, parallel kick again, wiping Shinsuke out. And both these at this point, I think both men are getting close to fumes right now here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Both men down. Critical point here. Point of no return. Either man can ill afford a mistake ahead of next week in the Royal Rumble. Zayn Styles goes for the Styles class again. Does he go for phenomenal form? Does he go for the 450? Does Shinsuke Nakamura go for something else, such as the double underhook pile driver? And Nakamura and AJ meeting center, eye to eye in the middle of the ring. Test your spirit, test your might.
Mortal Kombat!
Yeah, that might be politically accurate here. Knife edge chop right now. High knee strike by Shinsuke Nakamura. AJ Styles meeting him in kind with trading forearms. Who's going to hit the last haymaker here? I love the fact these two are beating the hell out of each other. This is what New Japan Pro Wrestling is all about. Shinio Pro Wrestling. Strong spirit. Show your Tokon. Oh, open palm strike to the side of the head. Big elbow connects. Blow after blow. Kick after kick. Strike after strike. Tied up muscle to tied up muscle. Now both men going after the leg, kicking the hamstrings. Big boot.
Ooh.
AJ Styles right now might be getting the better of Shinsuke though, pushing him back towards the ropes. Oh, and a headbutt by Shinsuke Nakamura. Up and over, Shinsuke Nakamura grabbing the arm, looking for maybe the crossover again. Locking in, second attempt again. AJ Styles with wrist control, holding the wrist down. Now the shoulder's been down. Nakamura too, and forced to break it. Look for the high kick. Come with the left. That classic Nakamura rewind kick. If he doesn't catch it with the first, he'll catch it with the second. And Styles right now in a keep state, excuse me. Shinsuke Nakamura, CN against friend, possibly the last chance he gets to deliver the killing blow. Kinshasa denied. Now Shinsuke, though. Nakamura coming a power bomb, and AJ Styles putting Nakamura in position. Step over Styles, class counter, roll through, roll up. Shinsuke off the ropes. Short range Kinshasa. Both men down again.
Wow.
This is incredible. You talked about before, though, how the years are getting up to Shinsuke as well. I haven't seen Shinsuke fight this hard since NXT.
Right?
Nakamura again sitting up in the opposite corner this time, looking for that killing Kinshasa shot from the other side of the ring, following and sidestep, and the knee hits nothing but the turnbuckle.
Ooh.
And up and over, AJ lands on the apron, catching him with a forearm. Might be looking at the loop. Shinsuke, look for the kick. Again, hyperextending the leg across the top rope. Now AJ Styles, once again in position, getting ready to spring forward. Phenomenal forearm! And Styles, with Shinsuke Nakamura in position, Styles clash connects! Just the half cover! 2! AJ Styles a phenomenal win!
Wow. What a match.
That right there is why AJ Styles has only one word that defines him versus anyone else in this business, and that is phenomenal. With his entire career on the line, 1 week from tonight, this is a hell of a way to pull a Hail Mary ahead of that possible final send-off, Big G.
Yeah.
It does make me wonder, though. It took this much to beat Shinsuke Nakamura. What will it take this time to beat the Ring General? Because if we want to see AJ Styles' career continue for the rest of 2026, he has to overcome Gunther without any exception. Still a phenomenal encounter with Shinsuke Nakamura. If nothing else, Shinsuke Nakamura definitely brought out the phenomenal one at his best.
Definitely.
And fist bump shares a Wrestle Kingdom 10 right there. There's a full circle moment for you. Respect. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day in this business, clouded by such a mockery of tomfoolery. Pure in-ring competition and respect. Phenomenal encounter.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with tomfoolery, okay?
Once in a while, not 20 for 7, 365 all the time.
Tim Foolery. His brother, Tim Foolery, that's a whole other story. But Tom Foolery, there's nothing wrong with that.
Congratulations to AJ Styles. And again, good luck next week in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia against the Ring General Gunther. That might be your send-off at the Royal Rumble. And thank you, Shinsuke Nakamura. Whoa. AJ Styles taking it all in right now, and I don't blame him. Again, you figure about this has been your life for the better part of a decade in this company alone. Phenomenal match. That was truly tremendous.
Gee, did you watch SmackDown last night?
I did indeed.
People were talking about how dead the crowd was. What do you think about the crowd tonight in comparison?
I mean, so
Because I ask because Safet says that the crowd is hot in Montreal.
yeah. See,
So
like
I didn't
it's
see yesterday, but like I said,
mean-
people said that the crowd was dead except for the Sami segment.
I mean, it was iffy, but like everybody has to remember it's louder in the arena than you think than it's shown on television. As a guy who's been to plenty of WWE events, there are some moments where the crowd is quiet because like it is what it is. But you know, they're gonna be hot for they're gonna be loud for what they want to see, and then they're gonna be quiet, you know, for what they don't want to see. So it's like you gotta take it with a grain of salt.
No, I get that because you know I've been in plenty of WWE shows too, so I definitely get what you're saying about the sound
And I
on
think-
TV.
I think
But
there are a lot.
if it's that noticeable that someone's commenting about how hot they are in comparison,
Yeah. And I mean, I guess, you know, tonight's more focused more on, I mean, there were matches last night, but like they're more focused. I think they were more focused on Saturday night's main event, like getting hyped for that because they knew they were getting a lot more action. I don't know. It's like I said, it's like hit or miss. Like you said, they're gonna cheer for what they want to, and they're gonna not give a reaction for what they don't want to.
I know one thing for sure. I'll go ahead and do it for the first time in WWE tonight because they got my reaction. They got my appreciation. So as we, of course, talk about what's ahead with Stephanie McMahon in our main event, let me go ahead and say this real quick because for those that don't know, I am not Meltzer and I don't rank or rate matches, but there's a certain level of passion that comes out of me as a fan when it comes to what I believe this business is at its best. So in quick, simple fashion, as I usually do for these type of situations, for Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, what might be their final encounter ever tonight at Saturday night's main event in Montreal, Quebec, Canada at the Bell Center, proving that AJ Styles is still phenomenal as ever. Big G, and for those that have been along in the chat, you know what to type, because simply put, that's professional wrestling! Damn it!
Damn it.
And of course, tonight, Sami Zayn with a hero's welcome in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, as he looks to, of course, make his resolution, become the WWE champion for the first time ever in his career. You just heard the card, by the way, to remind you folks, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, Saturday, is when the Royal Rumble begins. There will be a countdown, though, at noon. We're not that fucking crazy, though. We might do our own countdown, possibly half an hour, if not an hour earlier, with guests. So stay tuned. And, of course, the predicting will be next week, Friday, after SmackDown, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got 4 matches. The Men's Royal Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble, and, of course, the Gunther versus, of course, AJ Styles. When AJ loses, he must retire. And, of course, we also have the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre defending the gold against the person that will be our winner of our main event. Coming up next in Saturday main event after this commercial break. Fuck television. And, of course, we saw the graphic, by the way, guys. Many people have already made their name known for the Royal Rumble. At least, I think, 11 women and close to over half the field of guys. We also learned, particularly this past Friday, that the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, will be involved in the Royal Rumble. So, Big G, let me go ahead and pick your brain real quick while we wait for our main event here. You saw the Royal Rumble graphic. You saw the names. Who am I kidding? You saw the people right now that are listed. Are any of those like key picks for you to win either the men's or the women's Royal Rumble at this point?
Yes and no. I mean, your obvious choices: Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns.
Damn.
But see, I want something like an upset like last year, like Jey Uso. Like nobody knew that Jey Uso was winning. Nobody.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, my wife says she knew that Jey Uso was winning, so she must be working for WWE. All right. But honestly, because there's only 4 matches at the Rumble.
And 2 of them are going to be an hour. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. So I honestly want to see Braun Breaker winning the Rumble. Like he's either whatever you want to call it, white hot, red hot, whatever you want to call it right now. And yeah, he might have lost to Punk a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But what he did the week after, that clearly made up for it. And I think it's Braun's time. Braun Breaker needs to win that Royal Rumble. If not, it's going to be, either Roman Reigns or Cody Rhodes.
Go ahead. Sorry. Continue.
No, but yeah. Okay. And say hypothetically, Gunther does lose to AJ, then him winning the Rumble too. So out of Cody, Roman, or Gunther, but me personally, I want Braun Breaker to win it.
Fair enough. JJ, we also saw amongst the graphics for the women our own Chelsea Green, as well as others, including not limited to Jordan Grace, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, Lara Valkyria, etc. Previous winners, of course, many first comers. The Women's Royal Rumble is sometimes even more unpredictable than the men at this point, considering how deep the women is, but the levels of talent that have been to that stage versus who should be on it. So let's go ahead and pick your brain on the women. If you got any thoughts right now, what woman should win it? What are you thinking?
If I've got to put money down right now, and I know she hasn't been announced, so she would be a surprise, but it's not an out of the realm of possibility surprise.
Go for it.
My money's on Bianca Belair. She's been out of action since Mania last year, and it sets her up for her and Jade, which is the match everybody wants.
Yes. This is correct.
If it's not Bianca and she's not ready because I know that her finger wasn't healing properly.
Yes.
But if it's not Bianca, and you can timestamp it, I'm going to say it, I've got Liv.
All right, then.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. If it's not Bianca, it's Liv.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. You got some initial analysis. Curse of our own baller, Big G, and the regular wrestling JJ Williams. So let your premonitions be known early on that you have further thoughts on who you want to see. As, of course, we return back here in Montreal for Saturday's main event. And, of course, again, stay tuned for City Predicting this Friday night after SmackDown, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the gaggle full City Predicting the Royal Rumble before we cover it. As we go back inside the arena and get ready for our main event where Cody and Fatu brawled for 20 minutes, got wiped out by Drew McIntyre, Rico retained the titles against, of course, the Judgment Day. And AJ Styles had a phenomenal encounter with Shinsuke Nakamura. It is now time for our main event to determine the challenger for Drew McIntyre in the WWE Championship. And again, thank you for those that are tuning in. All 100, good Lord, all 100 and probably 130 of you. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Again, follow us on the X. Follow the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams. Follow Barrett for Wrestling, Bridge Wrestling. Follow the Big Baller, Big G on the social medias. I would do this for all the biggest shows, pay-per-views, and specials, and pay-per-views across all things WWE, NXT, ROH, TNA, New Japan, Independent Wrestling, including the two, HOG, GCW, and so much more. And again, if you are enjoying the action and you want to control the conversation, Super Chat PayPal patch as simple as that. And after, of course, Saturday's main event concludes, Aaron Briff will have his review for the show, No DQ, and the Renegade Wrestling JJ will be back here, of course, to moderate the weekly moderate conversation wrestling matches of the Saturday Shenanigans. Here at the Simple Apple Studios, we keep you in tune for all things wrestling, combat sports, and entertainment. And shout out again to Walter Cruz that's currently covering the UFC right now as we speak. Show the Rage Wrestling some love if you are a fan of mixed martial arts and combat sports.
Shout out to Walter, who has roughly 500 people watching him right now.
God bless him.
I've learned the key is to tweet when we put these out on our Twitters, like this is going on the SRS at X, his is going on his X. When we put these on X, the key is to tweet them and hashtag the show name. So I posted this and put hashtag SNME because that's the official Saturday Night's Main Event hashtag.
Right.
That's when we went from like 30 to 102.
Oh.
I did that for Walter. He's up to 500 something. Hashtag UFC 324. So we just need to try to be mindful. If I'm not here in the studio, Noah, and you're doing a Dynamite or something, if you see that it's going on an X account, tweet it, hashtag AEW Dynamite, hashtag TNA Impact, hashtag ROH Global Wars or whatever it is. We'll get the numbers to go up. People will see our posts a little bit easier because anybody searching for this is probably using the hashtag to find information. And then they find our watch along.
Interesting. Well, I mean, I'm not a marketer, I'm a commentator, but I'll keep that in mind when it comes to that business logic. Speaking of which,
you are a commentator, but you're also a techie. So
that I am. I'll give you that.
You're a bloody techer, right?
I mean, I'm a fan of the Blade Techers, but I am the fan also of the Viper, Randy Orton, who's looking possibly for his 15th WWE Championship. And let's not forget, the Viper has history with Drew McIntyre on this stage. Faced him last year at Saturday Night's main event in the summer.
Yep.
And of course, for those that are wondering, all four of these men qualified for this opportunity. Think about it for that business note, JJ. Duly note. I'll see what I can do.
So Randy Orton does nothing if you put it in the chat room. You've got to tweet it and put the hashtag.
Again,
the hashtag does nothing in the chat room here.
Again, share on X, use the hashtag Saturday Night's main event to, of course, encourage people to follow along our coverage or follow along here with tonight's show as the accompagnon of course. Yeah, about to say, ain't this a freaking sight for eyes? 2024 is looking to get back on top, this time with the WWE Championship. And last year at WrestleMania, Damien Priest beat Drew McIntyre beat Damien Priest in a Sin City street fight while Damien Priest got the better of Drew McIntyre on Saturday's main event. Is it me or is Saturday's main event not a great stage for Drew McIntyre?
No.
It really hasn't. That's why I'm kind of glad he's not in this match.
Yeah, well,
he interjected in the opening contest.
Yeah.
He'll probably be sitting ringside doing commentary for this.
Or he'll come out after the match.
Yeah, to go face to face.
Fair point. The great minds think alike. And to also that point, Randy Orton qualified beating The Miz. Trick Williams qualified beating Matt Cardona. And of course, Sami Zayn qualified beating Ilya Dragunov. And of course,
I'm still waiting for that main. I'm still waiting for the not main event show, but I'm still waiting for that main card match between Gunther and Ilya Dragunov.
So tickets are on sale now at fandango.com to watch the Rumble in theaters. If you purchase the tickets on fandango.com, does it play the Fandango theme song after you purchase your tickets?
Non-copyright. Damien Priest, by the way, folks, beat Solo Sikoa to earn this opportunity tonight.
Whoop that trick.
Oh, bloody
Whoop
hell.
that trick.
Whoop that
trick. They should have had Booker on commentary for this, for Saturday night's main event.
No, this is the one positive that Trick Williams is actually on the main roster. I don't got to worry about that goober. That being said,
hey, look, I'm not saying to have him on SmackDown every week, but for Saturday night's main event shows, so that he can give that extra little bit of flavor to Trick's entrance, considering we only get him like 4 times a year, I don't feel like that's too far out of the realm of, desire.
Well, I can't dig that. That being said, Trick Williams, what a rise for this young superstar, former NXT champion, former TNA World Champion. Now looking to punch his ticket for the WWE Championship. It's been a hell of a year for your NXT standout, Trick Willie.
Hey, Trick and A, man. It was the greatest era in TNA history, led by this man, Trick Williams.
Okay, I know that's some biased shit, but I'm going to leave that alone because we're not going to talk about that tonight. That's a whole different.
The man found a golden ticket, turned it in, became Trick and A champion, and was one of the most dominant champions that company has ever seen.
It's easy to be dominant when you're not defending it in a rightful way or not actually being there. But that being said, Trick Williams has been here on SmackDown and in WWE, and of course been jaw-jacking Sami Zayn and Damien Priest prior to this. But this is a whole different ball game, Trick Williams, especially when you're in the ring against the Viper, Randy Orton. And now we wait for the hometown boy. And yes, folks, I know it's WWE, and WWE plus hometown equals a pretty usual result. But there might be something different in the air this year when it comes to Sami Zayn in Montreal.
Hey, that statistic has virtually, and I stress the word virtually gone out the window since Triple H took over.
Yeah.
Now the hometown hero wins more often than they lose in their home,
Well, to your point.
You've had very few instances where someone has lost, and it's only been if the story really needed it to. I said in the outset here, I got Sami taking this match. He wins the match here in his home of Montreal. Then he goes to the Rumble in Saudi, one of the religious headquarters of his beliefs and everything. And he could very easily defeat Drew in Saudi for the title. Then you've thrown the entire world title picture in a frenzy going into Mania, much like they did when Io became women's champion last year.
And that was one of the 2 only great women's matches last year, and one of the 6 great matches of that entire weekend. Probably my match of the night, my match of WrestleMania, if I'm being honest here, was that match. But that being said, this isn't about WrestleMania. This is about the Royal Rumble, but this is about the WWE Championship and being the guy to main event WrestleMania. Also to JJ's point, also to my point, Sami Zayn, of course, in Montreal, you might remember at one point as El Generico, formerly involved out of promotions, IWS, Erupting, he was involved in ROH and FLQ. And of course, as I said previously, when he was involved here in Montreal for a title, it was the WWE Continental Championship where Sami Zayn came in as champion in 2024 and beat Chad Gable. And of course,
whatever happened to El Generico.
You said something about an orphanage, and look at Sami Zayn's scrap against Trick Williams. And prior to that, of course, Elimination Chamber 2023, Sami Zayn main evented against Tribal Chief Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship. Of course, Kevin Owens right here, also from Montreal as well. Kevin Owens, of course, out indefinitely due to, of course, his neck. And he and Sami Zayn, of course, have traded blood and the best of times and worst of times here in this very building.
To your point, you just brought up KO. He's been out for almost a year. He got injured around Saturday night's main event Rumble last year. We saw him in the front row at Saturday night's main event for Cena's final match.
Correct.
He looked like he was pretty good. Could we see a return of KO here tonight?
You say never.
This
say never.
would be the spot to do it.
Say help his friend or embrace his friend.
Hey, when he debuted in NXT, what did he do?
He embraced his friend, and then he literally powerbombed on the
dude,
I
remember that. I remember watching that too.
The day they arrived is the day that then became rivals, and Kevin Owens became the guy.
Yeah.
Again, fatal four-way as the match is underway here, folks. The only way to win is we have pinfall or submission inside the ring. There are no counts and no disqualifications, and this is not elimination. Sami Zayn and Randy Orton squaring up here. Sami Zayn, of course, has been part of the main roster. Ironically enough, talking about decades, Sami Zayn arrived on the main roster in 2016.
Jesus.
And, of course, Zayn and Owens defined a rivalry over 3 matches during that year. And you see Trick Williams right now clubbing away Sami Zayn, been very vocal about Sami. Also, Drew McIntyre very vocal about Sami Zayn being a disappointment not only to himself but to his own father that, of course, gave birth to him. And we saw Sami Zayn slap the taste out of Drew McIntyre this past Friday. SmackDown! Whoa! And Priest off the stairs, wiping out Orton and Trick. Now bringing Sami back inside the ring. Damien Priest following up, though. Jumping back elbow, side. Wide open. And, oh, man. Again, this time with a big right hand. I'm sure Damien Priest definitely wants to get back to that WrestleMania picture.
Oh, yeah.
Damien Priest is the type of guy, though, that may need another Money in the Bank briefcase or something to do it. The main event picture is so stacked, I can't see Priest in that picture right now.
Funnily on, you might see somebody that's very familiar to that picture there sooner rather than later. Again, the Viper, Randy Orton.
And Randy's like, I hear the voices.
Yeah, these voices aren't in his head, though. They're loud and proud and right around him, whereas this is Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and there is only one person one's cheering for in this match right now in that building, and that is Sami Zayn. Get to the midsection there. Of course, by Randy Orton with a bit of a face turn, a mutual respect founded now between him and the WWE Universe since coming back from, of course, his own injuries and his own demons, being perfectly honest. And right now, Orton squaring up against Sami here in the corner. Slowly. Oh, Sami able to get out, though, and dropping Orton face first the top tumble. Now Sami mounting Orton. I can't tell if they're kind of in English or in France.
See,
who knows?
About to say, it's a different capacity in Bizarro World in Montreal. Oh, Trick Williams from behind. And, of course, fatal forward, you definitely need eyes in the back of your head. You got to be where everyone else is. And now Trick trying to take opportunity against both Sami and Orton right now. Last time Drew McIntyre faced Randy Orton, by the way, was literally September last year on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre did win that night.
Trick Willie in the white and gold. I'm just waiting to see him break out Saba and call for the Tiger Zord.
And right now, of course, Trick Williams, like I said, the youngest right now on the WWE main roster ecosystem, at least in this match. Again, proved a lot in NXT, proved a little bit in TNA, but this is the big leagues, kid. And now running through Sami Zayn with the elbow.
I mean, realistically, I could see Trick Willie taking this match.
Do tell.
You know, you want somebody in the title match at the Rumble that's not going to win.
Oh.
You want to be able to have a throwaway opponent for the champ. And you want someone that doesn't absolutely have to be in the Rumble. That's Trick Willie to a T. He'd be a throwaway match for Drew. And he's the type of guy that doesn't have to be in the Rumble because he's got plenty of years to still be in the Rumble. You want a guy like Randy Orton to be in the Rumble. You don't want him in a throwaway match.
But does
Even
Randy Orton,
Damien Priest, you don't want him in a throwaway match. And you really don't want Sami in that match unless he's going to win the title.
well, think about how hard Sami fought to beat Neville for the NXT championship, though, Big G. He put his own career
Yeah.
on the line, ironically enough, and he did win it, though, at our Evolution when NXT first took over. Now Sami Zayn's trying to take over this year, and he very well could do it in Saudi Arabia without going through the Royal Rumble if he gets through the night. Oh,
Yeah.
leg kick, though, by Trick Williams. A spinning heel kick as, again, Trick Williams imitating Booker T. Nice jumping flatliner there by Damien Priest as the cover. Hook on the far lane. Back press gets a 2 count. Again, Rhodes won't cause any type of break, by the way, here in Fatal 4-Way, by the way, folks. If you don't know the rules, that is the rules. Some actually know the rules.
Yeah.
Kick out of the knee.
Yeah.
First rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about
Ooh.
Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
That's a simpler set of rules than the WWE rule book, I will say that. Escalera, Sami Zayn out of the corner, second rope. Tornado DDT on Damien Priest. But covered by Zayn and gets a 2 count only. Damn it. I was about to say, did he actually do it? I was going to be impressed if he actually did it. Again, beautiful tornado DDT out of the corner by Sami Zayn. The last time Sami Zayn faced Drew McIntyre was also earlier last year in January. Drew McIntyre won that night. And of course, last year at Saturday's main
Vintage
event.
Orton.
Let's not forget the last year here at Saturday's main event when Drew McIntyre was in singles action. Drew McIntyre beat Sami Zayn. In 2024, he beat him so bad, he almost took him out of the Royal Rumble. Watch out! A scoop slam by Randy Orton and Damien Priest. And now Randy Orton feeling it. Time-tested veteran of the game, the last of the old class, of being perfectly honest here. Doesn't need. Oh, and Sami got caught.
Well, Brock is still around too. He's just not in a full-time capacity.
That's a fair point. Trick Williams wiped out up and over.
But Brock and Orton are definitely the final two from that class of 02.
Yeah.
And now Orton
Shelton is in AEW, and people forget he was part of that class.
LVW, of course. DDT to Damien Priest,
Damn.
by the way. And now
Rico's retired. Cena's retired.
Oh, I guess it's fucking-
Victoria's retired.
And of course, Victoria mentioned on a podcast, I believe, Girls Who Wrestle, of course. Blood Thunderbomb counter two! God damn it!
I'm not even going to say it, Noah. I'm not even going to say it.
I applaud you for once as Sami Zayn's Blue Thunder Bomb made the crowd come out of their feet, but did not get a 3 on the Viper Randy Orton.
Because it never gets a 3.
Shut the fuck up, JD! I'm not going to say it. He was just waiting for the opportunity to fucking replay. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Now, Sami Zayn might push a move that has gotten a 3 count before and led to his only world championship here in WWE. Sami Zayn with Randy Orton in his sights, looking for the... Oh, my God! Trick Williams interception the cover, too! Oh!
Nice Harlem sidekick there by Trick Willie. Shades of Booker T. Now, can you dig that, sucker?
I'm about to say, again, I don't have to dig it, but I will say it was effective. Damien Priest, though, effective. Former Punisher Martinez clocking Trick Williams in the head with that kick. And now the Punisher on the outside. And now Trick Williams, Oh, man! Uranagi on the barricade.
Called what it is. Another Shades of Booker T, the bookend.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Good grief. I don't know right now. Sami Zayn! Up and over, going for broke. Topic on Hilo. That was a heavy landing, though, right there for both Sami and Trick. I'm not sure who got the worst of that. And right now, Sami Zayn's fired up here again. I got to imagine his family's also got to be in the building. I want to see their hubby and their father get the big win and go on to challenge for the WWE Championship. Randy Orton, though, hoisting up Sami Zayn. Oh! Lands up and over, lands up on his feet. And now, Randy Orton in a world of trouble. Off the side, slammed on the announce table. And we all know the history of Randy Orton and his back. Golly. And right now, Sami Zayn in the driver's seat. And my feed is glitching like a mofo right now, and I think the weather might be hitting more than just Canada, eh? And right now, Sami Zayn trying to get back inside the ring here. As again, we are still looking for our first pinfall submission to crown our #1 contender. Sami Zayn right now looking for something big. The only man left in the ring right now, I think, at this point. Now with Damien Priest, who, of course, warned Sami Zayn to stay out of his business. What the hell is Zayn looking for here? Trying to hook him up. A bigger spotter! And high angle exploder, of course, that sets up so much for Sami Zayn. And right now, Sami Zayn might be feeling it. And let's see if take two works this time for Sami Zayn. Is he going to punch his ticket to Rhea in Saudi Arabia, head to the Royal Rumble, and challenge for the WWE Championship? Will he come one step closer to fulfilling his resolution? Come on, Sami, do it, man! Sami Zayn right now. Really looking for the biggest shot of his life. And a Luma kick. Even my feed is literally glitching like a motherfucker. I still see the haluva kick. Sorry about that, by the way, folks. Technical difficulties here right now. And again, it looks like I'm in slow motion. I also know that my internet could go out any time in case people are wondering, because right now we got a bad storm coming here. So again, anybody that's doing
I'll take over then if you want, because G and I are like way the fuck ahead of you.
Well, why don't you go for it? Because I'm pretty sure that Sami Zayn might be closing in on the 3 count. Unless I could actually get my feed to get it back in order here.
Sami Zayn and Randy Orton in the ring here. Randy charges in at Sami, shoulder tackle, runs into the turnbuckle post.
Of course he runs into the turnbuckle post. Ah, here we go.
Sami Zayn getting up to his feet on the outside. Crowd chanting Olay at Sami. Shades of his old El Generico theme song, Olay by the Bouncing Souls.
About to say, I'm glad you know that trivia fact. I don't.
Sami Zayn up on the top rope. Jumps over. Orton rolls through. Orton RKO countered by Zayn.
There we go. Now I'm back in play. Thank you. And right now he's eyeing the Viper from the corner. Again, shout out to JJ, the hardest working man outside Watch Cruz in the Super Reliable Studios. I am Randy Orton in the corner looking for something big here. Randy again, slow to his feet. Sami Zayn looking possibly for the lower kick. Okay,
bam!
Running! Away that Trick Williams! Not like this! Fuck you, no! Back press the front leg, Damien Priest!
Damien Priest.
Damn!
Okay, I think we're all synced up now. Good.
Yes.
I just had Priest break it up.
Yep, same here.
Well, we'll pause for a second. You look at the replay, G, and you saw Randy Orton, bam! The 3 letters, the three most dangerous letters in WWE, RKO, catching Sami Zayn out of nowhere, and Trick Williams like a thief in the Montreal night, nearly stealing the victory.
It would have been another Montreal screw job, and we're back from the replay.
About to say, again, we do not need history repeating itself in some degree in WWE, JJ. I'm just saying. But
hey, some history is worth being repeated, okay?
Oh. Right now, those kicks weren't worth repeated, as both Damien Priest and Trick Williams are. Wait a minute. No way. Like, look at this.
Ooh.
Randy Orton looking for a 2-for-1 special. Oh, DDT. Good grief. In stereo. Sami Zayn nowhere to be found.
Vintage Orton.
Thanks, Michael Cole. You were just waiting all night to say that at some point, weren't you, Big G?
I was.
And there's the DDT.
There you go. Thank you. Now we're all good here. Randy Orton right now in the driver's seat, feeling it, and he might be hearing more than just Montreal voices in his head. As JJ, I think you know what's about to happen. It's going to that place.
Viper's going to coil up, look to strike.
Uh-oh. Trick Williams barely able to stand.
Sorry, Tricky.
And Randy Orton climbed the clutches of the Punisher, sent south of heaven. Again, Trick Williams, though, crucifix, cover 2, nearly got it.
Oof.
Goes to show you don't have to be the most experienced here. You don't have to be the favorite. You just got to be the most clever. Trick Williams right now on 3 different occasions has nearly sneaked up on the win, much to JJ's point. Damien Priest had enough of Trick Willie. Well, able to escape. Lands his feet. Caught him with a cyclone kick.
Watch out for Sami. Watch out for
Sami
Sami.
back in the ring though, but Sami hooking up Trick Williams. The exploder connects in the corner.
There you go, Sami.
And Sami, though, again, does he know where he's at? Does he know where Trick Williams is at? Sami Zayn, once again, set up in the corner. All of Montreal willing him on. And the limit kick missed.
Oh.
Trick Williams almost baiting Sami Zayn in there, for being honest here.
Oof.
About to say, just saw it. About to say, Trick Williams with an opportunity here as Sami Zayn got caught off guard. He might have hyperextended his leg in the process. Now Trick Williams going up to the top rope. You usually don't see this out of Trick Williams. And Sami, they'll beat him on the
with all
ascent.
his Booker T homages, he could be going for the Harlem Hangover.
That's a fair point. Right now, Sami Zayn, though, meeting Trick Williams in the inside second. What the hell is Sami looking for? I sense disaster.
I sense shades of El Generico.
Oh! Damien Priest might snuff out that pass remnant. Looking possibly for the Razor's Edge. Sami Zayn in position. A Razor's Edge connects. Jesus.
Paying homage to
And
Razor
there it
Ramon.
connects.
And right now, we're talking about all the homages. Booker T, Razor Ramon, El Generico. Hell, why don't we just get Bob Orton in here, don't we? The casted arm. At this point, though, we're at a battle for survival. Swing and miss. High kick. Rock's Trick Williams. Oh, the kick connects to Damien Priest. Sami the cover. 2. And Sami Zayn is going to the Royal Rumble for the job for the title.
And there's
Yes!
wife and son.
Fucking called it.
Sami
What a match.
Zayn with a hell of a win that would match the Stanley Cup for the Montreal Canadiens here at the Bell Center. Punched his ticket and will now challenge for the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre next week Saturday at the Royal Rumble. What a moment! Sami Zayn made a promise to not only his family but himself this year, guys, that he will finally become the WWE Champion. He is 1 match away from doing it. And Trick Williams was very bold, brash, but very clever, very calculated. But that one kick by Damien Priest set up Sami Zayn to hit him with a Luma kick, perfectly timed. There you see his wife and his child at ringside applauding their daddy and their hubby as he got the win, pinning Damien Priest tonight at Saturday night's main event.
You know, say what you want about my NXT. Trick looked good in this match.
Yeah, I'll give Trick Williams credit. He took every chance. Oh, wait a minute! That Drew McIntyre trying to get a cheap shot in the sidestep, though. Remember, Sami Zayn slapped the tits out of Drew McIntyre. Last night on SmackDown, Drew did not forget. Ladies and gentlemen, our Royal Rumble card is set. Our WWE Championship match is official. It will be Drew McIntyre's first defense, and it will be against Sami Zayn next week, Saturday. Everyone's favorite Muppet, underdog from the underground. Montreal's own might literally bring home gold. Will Sami Zayn create history and change the story heading into WrestleMania before it truly begins after the Royal Rumble countdown concludes? 7 days, folks. We're going to find out here very, very soon. Can Sami Zayn do it? We'll see you Monday night for Monday Night Raw, or at least they will. I won't because we don't cover unless it's a special. But we'll see you actually in an hour for the Saturday Shenanigans. But for Walter Cruz, who's doing UFC, for the regulars of JW, for Big G, I'm the Seminole Foster. Thank you all for tuning in. Reminding you, as always, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. We'll see you at the top of the next hour for the Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by JJ. It's sure to be a conversation, chaos, and delight. Someone cut the fucking feed. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Saturday's main event with us, indeed.